Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ruth Abbey from San Francisco, California, which the last time I checked was in North America. And as a matter of fact, this is the very first time I've been to South America. So now I'm going to tell you all about South America. Good luck. I don't need to tell you about Zero Waste Brazil. You already know all you need to know about Zero Waste Brazil because Zero Waste Brazil is right here. So congratulations to you and Rodrigo and Gustavo and everyone who is working towards zero waste here in Brazil. We are very excited to be working with you here. So I don't know that much about South America, but I do know a little bit of something, and I may know something about a few organizations that you don't know or you haven't heard about or you haven't heard that much about. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about them. And the first one is the Association of Recyclers of Bogota. And this is a very exciting organization. They are the organized waste pickers in Bogota, Colombia. And they, this year, for the third time, they've had their annual World Congress of Waste Pickers. And they have invited waste pickers from all over South America. And this event happened last week in Bogota. And the Association of Recyclers of Bogota has 18,000 members. And there were thousands and thousands of people from all across South America. There were representatives from Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Costa Rica, and even Ecuador and Peru. And they were meeting together to discuss workers' rights and zero waste. And it was, my colleague from San Francisco was there. She marched in the streets, and it was a happy coincidence that here in Brazil we're doing a zero waste conference the same month that the waste pickers are advocating for zero waste in Bogota. And so my recommendation to Rodrigo, wherever you are, is next year the zero waste conference has to be co-located with the waste pickers conference because the waste pickers are our future in terms of recycling and employment. And recycling and employment, one of the wonderful things about recycling is that it is labor intensive. And we all need jobs, and we need jobs in every sector of society. We need professors, doctors, everyone to be participating in zero waste. We also need workers, city government workers, and we need folks who will work on the lines and work in the trucks and help reduce waste at the source. And so these are green jobs. These are the jobs of the future, and this is our workforce of the future. So a collaboration with the Waste Pickers Association is going to be, I think, a #1 priority going forward. So let's see. It worked. So some of the things that they are doing, #1 is improved working conditions. A lot of the waste pickers across South America work in very poor conditions at landfills. In some areas of the country, they actually live in the landfills. And that's not safe. It's not safe for them, and it's not good for us, and it's not good for our society. And so having a workforce that is wears protected clothing, is working in an enclosed environment, has the tools that they need to do their job properly is one of the #1 considerations of the waste pickers. The other one is increasing recycling. We have been relying on a lot of communities on the waste pickers to do our recycling for us. They come to the household, they go to the landfill, they pick recycling out of the garbage. But in our future zero waste model, we will still need workers to help us process recyclables and reusable items. And so we will need to collaborate with waste pickers to jointly work on the programs of the future. So increasing recycling and zero waste is one of the high priorities of the waste pickers. And then most importantly for them, they are organizing not only to save resources through recycling, but also to save lives, because these are people. Right now, you know, a lot of areas of society, we waste people. People are not taken care of, and it's very poor conditions. And so these organizations are working together to ensure that not only are we recycling our materials, but we are recycling our lives. This is President Lula. Yay. And this is the National Movement of Collectors of Recyclable Material. And this is one of the leaders of that organization. This organization has 800,000 members in Brazil working on zero waste. And as you heard this morning, one of the fantastic pieces of the new legislation, the new zero waste law in Brazil, is that not only will we all be working together, the municipalities and everyone, to get to zero waste, but the law actually includes a formalization of a working relationship with the informal recyclers. And this is an awesome step. This is a recognition of their contribution to zero waste, of their contribution to society, and a recognition of the elected officials and the government of the important role that they will play. So I really applaud and recognize Brazil for taking this step. We didn't talk about it in North America, but we also have waste pickers. And we don't always have the best relationship with our waste pickers in North America. But we recognize that in order to have the good jobs and the clean jobs, we need to support the organization of the workforce, and we need to support green jobs and labor. And so one of the things that we are collaborating with in North America is the Zero Waste Movement, and we have joined with the Teamsters, which is a large labor union in North America, to work on jobs from recycling and to actively seek that in the Congress of the US. Well, Brazil has already done that. Brazil has already recognized the importance of the workers in your law. So now we need to copy you on this new law. This is Gaia, and if you're not familiar with Gaia, this will be important in your future to zero waste. Gaia is the Global Alliance for Incinerator Alternatives, or the Global Anti-Incinerator Alliance. They go by both names because sometimes they wear one hat and sometimes they wear the other. They empower local people to fight incinerators because they believe that that is wasting of resources, creating toxic emissions, and affecting the health of people. So using their hat as the Global Alliance, the Global Anti-Incineration Alliance, they support activists who are working to fight incineration all over the world, including South America. When they wear their hat, that's called the Global Alliance for Incinerator Alternatives, they are advocating for zero waste. They advocate for zero waste all across the globe and including South America. And so in this future zero waste world that we will now have in Brazil, Gaia will be a key resource and a key collaborator. So we have the waste pickers, we have the Gaia, we have you all, we have everything that we need to get to zero waste. One of the achievements of Gaia was in advocating for Zero Waste Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires has a zero waste goal that was passed in 2005 with the support and help of Gaia. It started out as a fight against an incinerator and turned into a very positive result, which was that Buenos Aires has set a goal of zero. They'll get there by 50% by 2012, 75% by 2017, and then by 2020 their goal is no compostables and no recyclables in the landfill. Their law is called the Integral Management of Solid Urban Waste, a Zero Waste Law. So that is a great example of a city that did something locally, and all cities here can also do that in order to help to implement Brazil's national law.